The agency I chose to do my agency project on was the Gadsden Independent School District, where I am currently doing my practicum at. The mission statement of the school is that the Gadsden Independent School District will ensure that all students will learn by putting education first. The district will provide quality educational opportunities conducive to learning that will facilitate students' individual goals. The vision of the school is that excellence and equality in providing a positive, caring, and academically stimulating environment for all students to achieve their full potential. Some of the history of how this district came about was that the Gadsden Independent School District serves and consists of 24 educational facilities, 2 administrative facilities, educating the children of southern Doña Ana County and the southern Otero County of New Mexico. Covering an area of 1,400 square miles, the district educates approximately 14,200 students in programs stretching from preschool through the 12th grade. With 3 preschools, 16 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 5 high schools, the education of the students of southern New Mexico is our primary goal. And this is coming from the website of Gadsden Independent School District as a reference. Continuing this, James Gadsden of South Carolina had been interested in the area for a long time for a railroad that would extend from the Pacific Ocean. He was sent to Mexico as a special commissioner with instructions to settle the dispute by buying the disputed region. On December 3, 1853, Mr. Gadsden and the Mexican government signed a treaty whereby the United States would pay Mexico $10 million for all the land lying north of the line of the beginning of the Rio Grande River, north of El Paso. Texas in 31 degrees, 47 feet north latitude, running west 100 miles, then south to 111th Meridian, and then northwest to the Colorado River, that's a mouthful, 20 miles below the mouth of the Galilea River. This is the present boundary of New Mexico, and the Gadsden Independent School District lies partially within this purchase, which is the source of its name. And then this is the map, or the tree, of the Gadsden Independent School District. This is the tree of the administrative structure at the Gadsden Independent School District. And then this is just some of the people at the higher end of the tree. Also, just to make sure, because I do work with the special education department, the special ed director is Randall Rapina, and the executive director for the compliance and special programs is Caroline Linden. And then the superintendent is Travis L. Dempsey. Some of the demographics that we'll be seeing in all of the district will be that in Doña Ana County, white is the dominant and it's 91.9%, and in New Mexico it's 82.5%. Black African Americans is 2.3% in Doña Ana and 2.6% in New Mexico. American Indian and Alaska Native is 2.4% in Doña Ana and 10.5% in New Mexico. Asian in Doña Ana is 1.4% and 1.7% in New Mexico. Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander is 0.2% in Doña Ana, and in New Mexico it's 0.2% as well. 2 or more races is 1.9% in Doña Ana and 2.5% in New Mexico. And the Hispanic or Latino population is 67.1% in Doña Ana, and in New Mexico it's 40%. And this was taken from the Census Bureau in 2015. As I said in the history a little bit earlier, the population served is located in the Doña Ana County in the southern New Mexico, and the county sits in Las Cruces. Doña Ana County was home to an estimated of 214,295 residents in 2015, according to the United States Census Bureau. Where does funding come from? Nearly all state-level district operational funds are distributed through the Public School Fund. Revenues are derived from the following sources: the General Fund, the Current School Fund, and the Federal Mineral Leasing Revenue. Only one significant state operation is not distributed through the public school fund. The free textbook appropriation, which is made from the federal mineral leasing revenue. And this is the office where for the New Mexico Public Educational Department. This is just and then this is just a little more in depth of the funding in a tree look. So the general funding revenue does consist of general and gross received tax, income tax, interest earnings, rent and royalties, severance taxes, license fees, and under that we'll see that the mineral leases and the free textbooks. Some of the policies here at the school are for the students that we'll see are that it's attendance, no bullying, and some of the prohibited activities will be that criminal or delinquent acts, drug-free zones, no hazing, no violent behavior, sexual harassment, no guns or weapons, and no gang-related activity, as well as prohibition of cell phones during school. Some cultural assets that we see in this area and that I've noticed in this school, specifically at the middle school that I'm doing my practicum at, is that it's dominated by Hispanics. Some of the cultural assets that are seen in Hispanics that help make a well-rounded student to be successful is that they have a strong belief in faith, tolerant and sympathetic, group-oriented, and close-knit families. Santa Teresa serves 98% minority, mainly Hispanics. 86% are economically disadvantaged. 20% are English language learners, and added disadvantages from students are 2 or 3 years behind of core academic areas, including math and reading. The school environment may serve to strengthen resilience in students through healthy, supportive relationships between students and teachers, staff, families, and community. Developmental factors that relate to students and academic success. Academic success increases when there is a greater social support from the family members, positive peer relationships, school environment or climate is caring. Student is motivated and engaged in the learning processes and caring processes. Agency relationships with the community. The Gadsden Independent School District is community, home, and office-based. The reason being is that the school, federal, and special education social workers make home visit if needed in a situation. For example, some of the examples that we'll see in the school and how they work is that if a parent hasn't signed a referral, the federal social worker will make a home visit. The agency is office-based when the social worker is seeing students in the office, and is community-based by providing community resources to parents. And this can be seen in the micro. The Gadsden Independent provides many services, special education in school, homebound and in-school nurses, transportations, technology classes, athletic teams, physical education, general education classes in school and homebound services, library services, and nutritional meals. And some community resources that we can take that the social worker will provide, or other faculty and staff will also probably provide to some of the students and parents if needed, are some behavioral health services, community counseling, family counseling like Clínica de Familia, Doña Ana County Community Resources, Las Cruces Human Resources, Peak Psychiatric Hospital, Sunland Park Housing Authority, and Ganadillo WIC office. And these are my references. I hope you enjoy my presentation, and I hope you took a little bit of some of the good qualities that I have learned, and hopefully I will continue to keep learning next semester from.